What fictional character name would make you raise an eyebrow if parents named their child after it? Oedipus. I'd hate to be that kid's father or mother. Hey, it was an accident. I knew a girl who went by Barbie because her parents actually named her Baby Bop, like the little dinosaur from Barney. Even in kindergarten she hated it with a passion. Dear Lord, I know someone who named their kid Precious Gorgeous. My name is Antigone, Anamp, #X200B, you know. Like the daughter Oedipus had with his mother. I think your grandma has some explaining to do. The worst part is I don't look anything like her or the rest of her family. Or my dad. I look like my uncle. Like the fucking female version. Both of us having shaved heads and being punk rockers probably doesn't help the resemblance. I still made out better than my sister. Her name's Elena Sue. Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way. Parents of Culture. I see. Quasimodo. And Frollo gave the child a cruel name, a name that means half-formed. Deep Frollo voice Quasimodo. I am a huge Star Wars nerd. I have Star Wars tattoo. I have collectibles and t-shirts. I've seen each of the movies a bajillion times. A girl I know actually named her son Jedi. I thought she was joking when she told me, like just a nickname or something. Nope, it's on the birth certificate and everything. For this kid Sake, I really hope he grows up to be a die-hard fanboy. A girl I know named her kid Yoda. It's literally the worst name I can think of. I know a dude who named his son Anakin. Taser. Our neighbors have a daughter who they've named Harley Quinn. They do not call her Harley, it's always Harley Quinn. It just makes me cringe every time. I can smell the pile of Monster Energy drink cans from here. And the edgy Facebook posts acting cool. My last name is Flag, so I should probably avoid naming my son Randall. And GT, the baby in black, fled across the desert, and the gunslinger followed. Long naps and pleasant burp. Rennes, my foster sister, was named Rianese. She hated it. Would get pissy anytime someone called her by it. She called herself Buttercup, like the princess. TBH, I'd take Buttercup as well. Shrek, or Donkey. Donkey, get here now. You shouldn't call your child Donkey. No, that's their name. Gollum is a fitting name for most newborn babies, but not a very nice one. Doesn't help when the parents keep referring to said baby as my precious carrot baby. 4 from Divergent. I know Tobias is his actual name, but still, why would you name your child 4? What's your name, honey? 4. No, not your age, dear. Your name, child, asterisk. Narrative. No lie. I know someone who named her kid Sasuke. Yes, after the kid from Naruto. Yes, she's white as paper. TBF. Sasuke is a name from Japanese folklore, but it'd still be like naming your kid something like Davy Crockett. Grandfather Nurgle. Edit. By eyebrow I obviously mean flamer, to purge the heretic with the emperor's cleansing fire. Palpatine in Italian is creepy AF. It means touching non-consensual women, usually in public transportations or in crowded places. So Emperor Train Molestation trained his apprentice, Dark Father, in the ways of the dark side. Excellent writing, Jaw, Biggest Dickus. He has a wife, you know, Incontinentia Buttock, slightly unrelated, but I've never understood why everyone in dystopian fiction has such fucking weird names. There are so many common names today that have been around through the centuries, or even millennia. I highly doubt that names that survived the fall of Rome would just disappear because, now there's a dictatorship, guess we gotta name all our kids after tubers and bread now. Many of those long-standing names have a religious history though, depending on the leaders of a future dystopian society. It's entirely possible that many names like that would be outlawed or at least frowned upon. Here is my child, Winnie the Pooh. Lolita. Among Russians it is as common as dirt. Always cracks me up inside when I run into somebody's babushka Lolita. I've never understood why people name their children Cain. He's famous for committing the first murder. Not a great legacy. Sister Mary Loquacious of the Chattering Order of St. Beryl. He had lovely little toasty woesies. I would raise an eyebrow if I met a kid named Horace. If his middle name is Lupical and he has daddy issues, I'm just gonna call it right there. Gee, that Erebus guy seems nice. Hey, meet my son, Bilbo. Did you say dildo? Dildo Swaggins. Any name that was made up for the series. Except Megatron. It's a good strong name. Caillou, Aragons, or maybe Sapphire, heck, maybe even Galbatorix, whereas Brom, although confusing for chemists, would be acceptable. And GT, although confusing for chemists, where the hell is that bromide I asked for? And why are you covered in blood? What's that leather thing you've got there? Oh, bro, I thought you said bromhide. Quote, we might need a new intern. MXYZPTLK. Honestly, do you want your kid to hate you? How the hell is this pronounced, phonetically? It's a character from DC. The whole thing about him is that you gotta trick him into saying his name backwards, which is a bazillion times worse. Naming your child after just about any Pokemon name would be awful. I mean, odds are people will name their kids after Zorua, Lucario, Lugia, or Eevee, but like just imagine a co-worker or someone names their kid Mudkip or Hoothoot, like what? Eevee would be viewed as just a separate speaking of the name, Eevee, which can be derived from Evelyn. But yeah, a kid named Mudkip would be ridiculous face with tears of joy. Pussy and her brother Dick Plenty, Regina Phalange, or Princess Consuela Banana Hammock. This is my child, Thanos. Anamp, #X200B, edit. Yes, I know Thanos is a common Greek name. My best friend at uni was called Thanos. It's a legit Greek name, but even then it was an old man name. Must be a trip to watch Avengers if you're Greek. Imagine the English equivalent. Hear me and rejoice. You have had the privilege of being saved by the great Herbert. You may think this is suffering. No. It is salvation. The universal scale tips toward balance because of your sacrifice. Smile, for even in death, you have become children of Herbert. Ragnaros, the Lord of Fire. This is about questionable names, not objectively the best possible name. Eggman, time for true stories. I worked in a hospital for a year as clerical staff, so I saw a lot of interesting names. This couple came in with their newborn. The baby's name was Odin. I asked them if that was the influence behind the name. The mother said she didn't know about it, and the father nodded. I couldn't believe that the father knew and didn't tell the mother. Lol. Another newborn name of Maverick, from Top Gun. I raised an eyebrow to it simply because the word means unorthodox. I work at an plenty of weird babies. Kids names. Some of my favorite weird names are 1. Kiss, Volvo 3. Pup, Canada, Alexis with Luthor as a middle name like Lex Luthor from the comics 6. Cookie Vervain by a Vampire Diaries fan 8. Kashna, Zelda, Capri 11. Genesis Chapter 12, Seabrook 13, Peanut 14, Panda When That One Song Came Out 15, Mutable Chris P. Bacon's 16, Batman 17, Nevaeh 18, Elizabeth Like Elizabeth S 19, Any Game of Thrones character 20, Lucifer, If I Ever Meet a Child Named Ganondorf, There Will Be Hell edit. Holy crap, I got a silver award. That's awesome. It's okay, Link. Harley Kevin Smith actually did this, lol. When I pop out of the womb, can you introduce me as Joker? My daughter knew 2 brothers at school called Tolkien and Loki. I know both a Merlin and a Sherlock. My sister is a teacher, and 1 year, she had twin boys in her class called Tristan and Ross, which are the real-life middle names of the guys who play Sam and Dean in Supernatural. To be fair, it might have been a massive coincidence, but I kinda love the idea that their mother is a huge fan but was trying to be subtle about the whole thing. Lol. I've heard of a couple different babies being named Castiel after the babies. I met one baby Castiel who had jet black hair and bright blue eyes, so TBH it was actually pretty fitting. Did he also wore a baby trench coat? I work in a bakery and we have made of cakes for a baby named Theon. We call him Little Baby Re. Wasn't there some AITA here some time ago about a guy who objected to his wife wanting to call their son Lannister? Twins named Cersei and Jaime. At least they'll be close. The one I hate is Khaleesi. Like, I get it. You like Game of Thrones. But her name is Daenerys. Like, it's just a title and for some reason it irritates me. But I'm also a fan of traditional names, so who knows? And it's not even a good title, it literally just means the Karlsvator, Pennywise. Sometimes when my 5-year-old is being naughty I call her Lulu. She doesn't know it's short for Lucifer. When my 5-year-old was like 2 or 3, we'd ask her, "Are you the devil?" Yup, then she'd pick up her toy hammer and Amp, go try to smash something. She climbs like a monkey, feels no pain, and Amp can't be stopped by conventional weapons. Nowadays she's less destructive but still fucking bonkers.